Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the T92 HMC. It's the Tier 10 American Arty, and it's located on the south spawn of Malinovka, and this one is being driven by yours truly. Yes, it's General Disturbance. This was my first game in the T92. 24 centimeters is the caliber, 1300 alpha if you can penetrate the target, and it'll penetrate up to 60 millimeters. Well, tier 10 game, and it started, and I'm moving off into the bushes. Now, it's built on the chassis of the T26 E3, which you otherwise know as the Eagle 7. And they built 5 of them for the invasion of Japan. It's a very, very big Arty. In some cases they were known as King Kong, and this one is known as Tiny Tim. As you can see, Rusty made a special skin for us with our logo, and it's a recreation of a T92. Okay, I'm now aiming for the enemy. And yes, I'm aiming for that bush. There's nearly always somebody stupid enough to go into that bush. Rounds out. Well, if they are in that bush at this moment, their heads are ringing, because that shell impacted right in the middle of the bush. It would have splashed everyone within the vicinity, but it's a 40.45 second reload, and that meant that I had to find a new position to fire from. Okay, one shell for that bush, because I've only got a limited number of shells, 16 in total, so I have to pick my targets carefully. And instead of aiming for that tank, I think it was a Type 5 Heavy, I've got a bunch of enemy tanks that are moving up the hill, and they're moving up quite rapidly, and they're bunching together, and of course that isn't too inviting a target. Rounds out. Oh, what a terrible shot. It hits the rock face. It would have been lovely if I'd left the aim just for a little while longer. I could have hit that bunch of tanks all at the same time. They all would have slowed down, and that would have given our team the opportunity to get to the hill first. But I'm in reload. I'm not relocating this shot, but I might relocate on subsequent ones. Okay, now I'm anticipating them coming up the hill. There's the 5. Okay, he's facing off against 2 IS-7s and IS-4 in a T62. I fire the round in and splash him for 379, stun him. He's used his first aid kit. Okay, so I'm in reload. I got some damage assist because I tracked him. And now I'm trying to attack the tanks that are supporting him just further down the hill. Almost loaded. Marking the M454 as my target, but he's pulling a long way back. Working out where he's going. Almost loaded. 2 tanks together. Okay, if he pulls up near the 140, I fire in, hit the 140 and hit damage the M454 and the T110E5 at the same time. So I got 3 for 1 there. And all those tanks are taking damage. Even while they're stunned, they're still stunned from my shell. And they're retreating down the hill. The Cranvans retreating with his gun facing the opposite direction. Okay, need to get shots on these. M454 fired the round in, anticipating him moving further, but I got the 140 again. So he's stunned. And I just saw an Arty shell coming from a Conqueror gun carriage. He's been spotted. We've got an Object 430U somewhere up there. I saw the Cranvan for a moment, trying to work out where he's gone. There's the 140 again. Still 12 seconds to shoot. GWE 100's been spotted. There's the Conqueror. 430U's going after them. I'm lining up a shot on the Conqueror just in case, but my teammate takes him out. I switch to the GWE 100, fire a round in at him and splash him. 328, he's stunned. Going after the Striv 103B next. He's down. Type 5 heavy. Almost loaded. We're well up on the enemy. There's only 2 enemy left. The ship barn and the Type 5 heavy. I want to get a shot into that Type 5, but he's been killed and all the enemy are dead. And I didn't get a single kill. Oh dear. What a disappointment. Never mind. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it's a third class tank of a general disturbance on the T92 HMC on my very first game, but it is a record because I've never had a third class before, or any class actually, in the T92. I got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. I got 9, but best of all, I picked up a Confederate medal on my first game. Yes, I actually hit more of the enemy than anyone else on my team without getting a kill. And so let's have a look and see where that puts me on team scores. Well, it put me fairly well down the table, I'm afraid. The highest scorer, and no, he didn't pick up a high caliber actually, it was the IS-4. The IS-4 got 3,615 hit points, the AMX-50B 3480, and the IS-7, who picked up a Brothers in Arms, got 3439. I was a little further down the table, 2,247, and I was beaten by the ship barn on the enemy team and the T124 on my team. And when it came to kills, well, yep, I'm afraid the IS-7s did the best. They got 3 kills apiece, and the IS-4 and the Object 430U got 2 kills apiece. I didn't get any kills at all. I was well down the table there. But when it came to base XP, I was in 5th place. I actually managed to get 756 base XP. I was beaten by the IS-4 and both IS-7s. So let's have a look at detail. I only fired 6 rounds during that game. I got 1 direct hit and no penetrations, but I did get 8 splash. Damage of 2,247 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. I damaged 6 of the enemy, but didn't get any kills at all. I also did damage assistance of 1,743 hit points and stun assistance of 1,170 off 8 stuns. On a premium count, I earned 57,875 credits, and after a resupply of ammunition, remember these shells are very expensive, I still managed to take away 42,875 credits. And I also got 2 bonds for the awards for the Confederate and 7 for the battle, so I took away 9 in total. So I earned 1,134 XP times 5 for the first victory of the day on that weekend, 1,134 for the reserve bonus of 100%, and took away 6,804 experience points altogether. So, not a bad first game. I was a bit of fun actually. I was a bit disappointed with one of those shots, obviously. I wanted to get that group of tanks moving together as a herd. It would have been so nice to thin out the herd before they reached the top of the hill. But, yeah, unfortunately the shell had other ideas and it was going to hit that rock. So, you can't have it all your own way. It would have been nice because I think I would have got a bit higher on the score. But, there you go. It was a good game. If you liked that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.